boa tarde and welcome back. Still in Lisbon, I'm at Martim Moniz Square. Gonna get the metro, go on a bit of a trip. So, gonna take you through it. And it's a scorcher of a day today. The temperature has reached 27 Celsius. It's been the hottest day so far. Okay, so here's the first obstacle to come by. It's a ticket machine, and because I'm only going to be using it for 24 hours, so selected English. That's what I need. Without reloadable card. Okay, the card costs 50 cents. You continue. So it's a 1081 I want because I'll be traveling on a train as well as a metro and a bus. So one ticket. Continue. Hit it again. Or do I select that? No, two tickets. I want one. That's it. Okay, so total balance due 1180. Right, gotta insert my card here. Let's see what it says. Follow the instructions. Put my PIN code in. No peeking. Okay, total cost was 1130. It's authorizing, processing, and let's see where my card is going to come out of. Maybe it's there. Taking a while to process.
12 seconds later.
Oh, I heard a noise then. Wait for the credit receipt, and it's come out at the bottom. And better get my card out. So this is the final card which I'm going to use for the next 24 hours. Okay, let's go for the train. And which way do I go? I almost went the wrong way then. First time for everything. Which way do we go? Oh yeah, look at the green arrow, simple as that. Okay. Just like on the Bangladesh metro, you tap your card, and which way do I go? And we check the map for instructions, and it's this way, because we're heading to Cais do Sodre. So this is my first ever metro station in Portugal. Because the last one I was at was in Marseille, if any of you remember that vlog from last year. I think that went up around March or April last year, as I recall. And I was in Marseille in January last year for my birthday. Okay, start my train. It's going the other way. But I thought I'd get a shot of that for Mark and Gerlingus, because not only are they aviation enthusiasts, they love their trains. So here's the plan of action. We are here at Martim Moniz. Head south and then get the metro to Cais do Sodre. We get off there, get onto a train and head west. I had to think about it then. West and east. Yeah, it's definitely west. All the way to Belém, and we're going to have a look over there. Here it is. We barely had to wait 5 minutes. That's sufficiency for you. Now hopefully it's not going to be too packed, it's not going to be too hot. Well, here we go. And now to find a seat. Over here will do. And have a look at this. They are covered in cork. Never seen this before. Right, so I'm going to sit back, relax for this journey for the next 10 minutes or so. It could be less. I'm just guessing it's 10 minutes. So this is it, the end of the line. Cais do Sodre, and I've got to work out now to get onto the main rail line to get to Belém. So I think I'll just follow the crowd for now and look for signs up ahead. It worked. I'm through. Now, where is it? Where is the main rail line? Looking at the signs. Actually, at the top of the steps, turn left, escalators there, and that looks like a train. Comboios, I think it says. As you well know, I'm not fluent in Portuguese. I have to make it up as I go along, and feel free to correct me if you'd like to do that. Right, got to tap on this one. Yay, it worked too. And let's see the notice board there, which one we want. I think it's all the trains to Cais. We head that way because one of the stops along the line will definitely be Belém. So here we are. This is the first actual railway station I've set foot in Portugal, and look at those trains, very bright and silver. Didn't expect that. Completely different from Einrod Aaron and what's left of British Rail. Right, let me just find out there. It looks like an information board up ahead. Let's see what that says. Okay, we are here. So we gotta go through Santos and Alcantara Mar, and then finally Belém. So let's look for that line. Just behind me, way over there, there's a couple of cleaning staff. I asked them which platform. Well, they didn't speak English, but I just said Belém, por favor, and they said 2 or 3, so very helpful indeed. So this is track 2. We're on track 2 there, and track 3 is to the left of it. That's where I was before, and there's nothing there at the moment. So now it's a waiting game. So there should be one along any moment, or in the next few minutes. Here it is. And it looks a bit beaten around the bush, this train, judging from the outside anyway. Hopefully the inside will fare better. We'll find out in a moment. Let the people off first, and then we'll have plenty of room then. Right, first time ever on a Portuguese train. Here we go. This is it. Yes, plenty of seats there. Let this gentleman off. And grab this seat here. And I think it's only about 8 minutes to Belém. Right, so I had to swap seats then because I realised that my back was facing the way we were going, if that makes sense at all. And I get a bit of travel sickness in that respect. So I like to face the way I'm going. I'm also the same in cars because I'm always a driver. If I'm a passenger, I have to sit in the front, because if I don't, if I'm sat in the back, I start getting queasy and it's most uncomfortable for me. Not meaning to whinge and moan about it, but that's the truth. Obrigado. And onto the platform of Belém. Right, as you can find the exit. That wasn't a bad train journey actually. It looked a bit rough around the edges on the outside, but seats were okay. They're fairly comfortable anyway, so. And I don't know how old the train is, so maybe Mark or Jellingers can tell me, because they are train enthusiasts over in Ireland and England. So up this white staircase to the top. Never seen anything like this before. Looking at the views to the left, you can see the Tagus River, some rock yachts. So I think at the top of the steps we turn right, because that's where we're going. Well, that's where I think I'm going. I never know where I'm going half the time. So I'm going to have to consult Google Maps in a moment and find out exactly where my destination is in Belém. But I guess some of you may have guessed already.
A few inches later.
So I figured it out. Head down this windy staircase to the bottom, and in front appears to be a park. So I'm going to walk through that park in a diagonal fashion, and that should take me to my destination in about 6 minutes, give or take. And that's looking back at the bridge. It looks unusual. And just over there is a lighthouse right next to the river. And here it is, the world famous Pasteis de Belém. This is where the Pastel de Nata was invented, or rather they invented it in the monastery somewhere behind the building. So what happened, I think that eggs were used when starching clothes, so it had the yolks left over, so they were used to then make the famous tarts. Okay, so let's go inside. There's normally a queue. I think we're lucky. There's a menu there on the right. And is that one person in front of me in the queue? Or maybe not. There's about 8 people there. We'll see what happens now. 3 people, please.
Okay, you can go last one, please.
Okay, so the girl said it was the last one. Should be a table in here. This place is bigger than I thought. So let's find a clean table, if there's any. And whilst we're trying to look for a clean table, we'll just wander around. So over there, in this section, 250 seats. Oh, this is the open plan section there. I can see. Wow. This is so cool. Outdoor area as well. See if there's any seats outdoors, if you can run out and grab one. Looking through the window, this is open. I think there's a table there because it's warm enough. I think I'm going to grab this one because it's slightly in the shade. Did myself proud. And we've been lucky because normally this place is absolutely packed out. So I'm going to chill now and order coffee with the famous Pastel de Belém or Nata, depending on where you buy it from. So I'll give you a closer look at the menu. Best to watch it on a big TV or something, or a big computer monitor. The prices are all listed. It's in both English and Portuguese. So not only do they do Pasteis de Belém, they do all kinds of other pastries and cakes, etc. And also sandwiches and different types of coffees. I see even croissants and quiches, and wine and beer too. And there's also a QR code there. Just tap on that and a menu will come up. Jeez, it's definitely at least 30 Celsius. I'm back at the table now, and I've only just caught this, that if you check on the table where the napkins are, there's a QR code, so just tap that and that will bring you the menu in digital form. And my food order, or rather snack order, has arrived, and as well as getting the Pastel de Belém, I thought I'd get the Portuguese codfish cake. I've seen them around in various shops and that, so this is it from the outside. Now for the taste. There's potatoes in it and herbs, if you can make that out. And they actually taste quite similar to fish cakes my mother used to make when I was little, Bengali style, but without the chilies. It's delicious. And I'm going to drop the cube I go on to the piece de resistance, the Pastel de Nata, and it is slightly burnt at the top. That's how I like the look of them. To the touch, it's crispy. That has to be the crispiest one I've had yet. Very flaky. You can see all the different layers underneath, which I've not noticed before. Because the ones in Lidl they serve in a foil container. So, that is delicious. But I've had so many of them, it's hard to rate. But I would say this is one of the best, if not the best. And there are other rival shops which have opened up. One of them claims to be better than this one. I've yet to try it, so I can't give you my opinion on that till I try it. So that's the coffee there. You don't need to see me drink that. So you can leave me in peace now. Okay, so that was a delicious treat indeed. This is a factory where those sweet delights are made. Peeking through the window and being a naughty boy. It's allowed, obviously. But they must make thousands every day. Oh my goodness. Like the souvenir shop here, so you can buy their merchandise, their t-shirts, and how much they go for. They're the prices on the right. Ginginia, various other bottles of interest, and the cups and saucers below, the shaker pot, tiles, and some miniatures there in that one of port. Plenty of pastries there for takeaway consumption, I guess. And the prices are somewhere. Anyway, I see samosas there. So that's the current price of them, $140. So that's my experience of Pasteis de Belém complete. That's the shop behind me. So let's see what else Belém has to offer. Now, as I'm walking along, that's St. Geronimo's Monastery there, which was where the monks invented Pasteis de Belém, magnificent white building. And looks like part of it is being reconstructed. I'm not going to go inside it because there's some other place I want to visit further along. Some of you may have guessed it already, those who are familiar with this area. And I'm only in Lisbon for a limited time because tomorrow I go to a new location in Portugal. I ruined that surprise for myself then, as well as you. So for now, I'll just have to give you exterior shots of this magnificent building. I'm in the subway now because it goes under the train tracks and there's no way to run across the road. And does that sound like a Madeira tune to you? Is that the Madeira anthem? Played by the musician and his little dog. I think that's all he can play. He's just doing those same notes again and again. Right, we're closer to the river and there's a magnificent structure there in front of us. I'm not too sure what it is. If I find out, I'll leave the name in the caption below. Silly me, I couldn't tell what it was from that angle, but when I get closer to it, it's probably the most famous monument in Portugal. Padra dos Descobrimos. I've made a balls up pronouncing that, but you get the gist of it anyway. So forgive me, oh Portuguese speakers. We'll get close to it. You can see amazing detail. Oh my goodness, all that work involved in carving those figures out. There's a plane coming in from the side, from the right side, and I'll get closer to it. You can see, oh my god, this is more magnificent than I thought it would be. just in front of the sculpture. This is ridiculous, it looks hilarious. It looks like a bus or coach going through the water there. Hippotrip it's called. Never ever seen anything like this. So we're leaving that monument behind. Alonso has gone onto the roof to check it out, and it's €10 entry to the roof, and you've probably seen the drone footage. I didn't think that it'd be worth it only to spend a few minutes there. You'd have to spend maybe at least an hour, which I would feel that I get my money's worth now. So now, in front of me, in the distance, you can see Belem Tower, and that is my next target. Some of you may have guessed already, and whilst you're walking to Belem Tower, you'll see a whole host of eateries serving from these food kiosks and the like, serving from these wooden kiosks, if they're made of wood. Oh, copyright music, better talk over it so it's not picked up. Was that Eminem? So they're all selling bits of everything, souvenirs. It's very touristic, obviously. And what's this one? Typically Portuguese. I've not had much Portuguese food that is for dinner, supper since I got to Lisbon. It's been all Bangladeshi food at bargain prices, but I'm not complaining because I miss my mother's cooking, so I don't get to eat much Bangladeshi food these days unless I'm back in Bangladesh. Hey, I could be there later on this year, you never know, so I'll be mithering you if I do with more vlogs from there. Oh dear, from the looks of things, you can't walk all the way along the river because look at that there. Unless you want a chance jumping in and swimming. Oh, excuse you, that truck over there. So it means that I've got to go back this way and take a left just at that sign, that kiosk which says boat tours. Yeah, I have to do that and then go all the way round along the road, along the railway line, and then to Belem Tower in front of me. So we're now close to Belem Tower, which is just over there, yonder. As I flip the camera around, you can see it just behind Lottie there. And this place, it's famous in my eyes and my heart. I've seen it so many times online. And I've only just caught this, that if you okay, so my food order has arrived, well, snack order, and I thought I would, instead of getting, as well as getting the Pastel de Nata, so my food order has arrived, and instead of getting, because the ones in Aldi, they serve them in a foil container. Because the ones in Lidl they serve on the foil. And plenty of pastries there. So that's correct. Alonso, move your head back there. Now as I'm walking along, that's St. Geronimo's Tower. Cut.